break it down for me. What exactly are you going to be talking about?
Of course. So building cool things is honestly a lot of the projects that I had the opportunity to work on and how I found these projects. Breaking the rules is a bit more fun. So kind of how I tested and challenged the rules that were around education, around jobs, around my identity as being Black. And staying audacious is just about doing things out of your comfort zone, asking for things that you would never have thought to ask or think that you'll get a no to, and just seeing where those kinds of opportunities take you.
And tell me about your journey to where you are now. I mean, did you know at an early age what you wanted to do? I mean, tell me about yourself growing up.
I always knew that I gravitated towards the maths and the sciences. And I had two parents who had very strong STEM backgrounds. So my mom did computer science, my dad did applied mathematics and engineering.
Wow.
So I was always exposed to it as a kid. But I always had a creative aspect to myself too. And I thought before that those had to be mutually exclusive. But through high school and talking to a lot of mentors in upper years, I realized that I could fuse the two through engineering. So both being creative and also building very, very fun things.
And not everybody, I mean, I know a lot of people who are excellent in STEM programs and they may have an artistic side that they perhaps never explore.
Yeah, no, it can be really unfortunate because it sometimes it makes you feel like you're taking a lot of these pre-engineering courses in high school and you feel like you just have to pick engineering or art. But I think I had a lot of interests that I just chose to explore. I loved theater, I loved writing, I loved art. And so because I didn't want to let go of that, that was kind of the thing that helped me to sustain that throughout undergrad and be able to like make cool videos for projects instead of just doing a presentation, always adding my own touch to it and adding my own creativity.
Well, was it difficult kind of forging your own path like that?
At times it could be. I would say when I was younger, so in the kindergarten years, it was very difficult because I was bullied quite a bit. Grew up in a predominantly white neighborhood.
Hmm.
I was one of very few Black kids around. And so I always felt that I had to define myself and kind of be better than everyone in every aspect, which was a kind of a maladaptive mindset when I got to university and everyone around you was amazing. So really the kind of breaking the rules and staying audacious was how I forged my path. Always testing and challenging things. Is this really the way it has to be done, or can I do it my own way? Can I kind of yeah, can I do it my own way?
That is excellent. But I mean, trying to be better than everybody else, you put a lot of pressure on yourself, obviously.
I did put a lot of pressure on myself. More than I didn't even, I say sometimes like my parents put no pressure on me. It was all myself, always having to have the best grades and do the best in sports. And so when I got to university in first year and that kind of wasn't working anymore, because like I said, everyone's amazing around you and everyone's doing so well. It's about now kind of figuring out what you want to do and
Right.
then learning and picking up knowledge, not just trying to be better than everyone, but just trying to learn
Huh.
and love what you do.
And here I always thought that kids of, overachiever parents were always pressured by their parents.
No, it was all me.
That's good, though. It's cool that it's internal like that. Where does that come from, do you think?
Oh, that's a good question. I feel like I've always had kind of a competitive nature and competitive spirit. And I do want to keep that and I want to keep that confidence, but not at the expense of my mental health or physical health. So, my undergrad leading into med school was a time for me to explore that and kind of understand that in order to achieve what you want and in order to reach your form of success, you have to take care of yourself, you have to step back a little,
Yeah.
and you can't always just be go, go, go.
That's a very reasonable way of looking at it. So you are in med school now, with a degree in biomed. What got you interested in this field?
I think when I was younger, I like I said, I had this affinity towards math and sciences, but I found that the most interesting problems came in medicine. There was like never a shortage of problems to solve, of people to help. And the reason that I did the pivot from engineering to medicine was because I wanted more of a longitudinal experience with the people that I was helping. So I found with engineering, sometimes you work on projects, you hand them off. You might not know what the effects are on the patients or the system that you're working in, but as a researcher and physician in medicine, you can really be there collecting data, looking at how things affect your patients, and have more longitudinal projects.
And I guess you get to see the consequences of your work right in front of you.
Exactly.
Did you have mentors or role models who helped you through this?
I did. I was fortunate enough to have a few mentors. One of my biggest mentors that I met earlier on in my training was Dr. Gabriel Potvin. He's a professor in chemical and biomedical, or sorry, chemical and biological engineering at
Right.
UBC. And he was one of my professors in second year, and he's like someone who taught me how to study, how to understand concepts before even trying practice problems, how to build my network and use that as an asset above knowing everything. Just honestly having a good support system, good network of people that can get you opportunities. And before I met him, I was kind of just floundering all over the place. So he really helped set me on a path that today has led to a lot of success for me.
If you had to give somebody advice about staying audacious, because, your talk, how to build cool things, break the rules, and stay audacious, I love the stay audacious part of that. How would you advise somebody to do that? What does that look like in practice?
I think one big thing that really helped me to kind of stay audacious is something called rejection therapy. So finding opportunities that you think are you're going to get a rejection in. So for instance, when I applied to a job that I felt I had no business applying to, it was only open to European students. They required 6 months of internship. I could only do 4 months. I applied to it and I sold myself as to why I would be the perfect candidate for them, what the Canadian perspective would bring to Europe. And I ended up getting the job, whereas some people would have seen that and said, well, I can't apply to this because clearly they don't want me. So just finding these opportunities, and even if you get a no, kind of using that as a learning opportunity and understanding why it was a no and then trying again. I think that's really how you stay audacious and ask for things that you didn't think were possible.
It takes a lot of courage to do that, though.
It does. It does. So you can even just start with little things. Like sometimes the first thing I started with was asking a barista at Starbucks, "Can I make my own coffee?" She said no. I asked a stranger if I could borrow $20. They said no. So building up this stamina of rejection before you ask for bigger things that you really want.
Did you really do that at Starbucks?
I did, and they
Oh.
were very nice about it, but they said no, and it was kind of, I guess, a little bit more comfortable because it's someone around my age, and they kind of laughed at it, and I laughed at it. So yeah, building up to bigger things, I think, is the key.
Do you have any barista experience?
I do not, none whatsoever. I hope to one day ask a barista and get a yes, and maybe get a little experience.
I'm going to try that with a bus driver. Do you mind if I drive
That
the
would be
bus?
fun.
Yeah. Coralie, it's great to meet you. Thank you so much for taking the time with us, and congratulations on all of your success. And hope to talk again.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Okay, you take care. Bye bye. That's Coralie Tcheune, who is a second year medical student at UBC.